Welcome to the Kicking It Forward podcast and our servant leader series. This is going to be a really great interview. I have the one and only Hattie Ogden from BYU. What you might not know about Hattie is that she played hockey and she's Canadian, which means she's probably one of the nicest people that I'm ever going to interview. Hattie, how you feeling? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here.
We're happy to have you as a servant leader and so happy that you're a part of this class of servant leaders. And Hattie, before we kind of get into the heavy stuff about servant leadership and all of that stuff, I've got to ask, what is a show that you binge
Mhm.
that people might not think that somebody like you would binge?
Oh, I love Gossip Girl, but I feel like you could probably guess that. But I love Prison Break. It's a good one.
What about it? Like, what about it? Is it just like the drama around it? Like, what
Yeah,
is
just
it?
like the mystery, it just like draws you in.
For sure, for sure. Awesome. Well, I used to work in corrections, so we're gonna talk about something else. But the biggest thing we're gonna be talking about is servant leadership. And so being a servant leader, I want to ask you, what does servant leadership mean to you, Hattie?
I actually have thought about this before in my life, but like I love it's kind of like a meme, but kind of not. But I love the things that's like kind of it shows like the difference between a boss and a leader, and like not really to emphasize the boss, but like it always shows the leaders like in combat with the other people, like they're with them, they're kind of pulling them along. But I think that like that in itself is just services, being there with them, and like you're on their level, you're like helping them, but they're also helping you just as much as you're helping them, and I think that is like a huge part of it.
Yes, and one of the most fascinating things about our class of servant leaders is the amount of community involvement, the amount of community service. What are some things that you've done in your community that kind of stick out as just really great experiences for you?
Right. So back home, first off, I've only actually done it 1 year so far, but I started a hooping with Hattie basketball camp, and I did it the summer of my sophomore year, and since then it's kind of just been crazy throughout the summers, but I plan to get it going after I graduate again. But we collected shoes and actually ended up donating them to like a women's shelter, but it was just for young kids in the community. I think it's so important to give back to the community that raised you, that brings you up. And I was able to do that, which I loved. Kind of around Utah, I guess just finding little ways to serve. Like I have volunteering at places like there's whether it's like foster care places or some like a rehab center, like I've volunteered at some of those places, get to know those people. But yeah, just kind of little things like that.
And what or who would you say has helped shape you as a servant leader? Because it's not something that you just started when you became a basketball player. So who or what shaped
Right.
you into that?
Yeah, I'd have to say my parents. My mom, since I was little, she just always was like, help other people, look out for others, and that kind of helped. And then my dad, he was kind of like, he was a little bit quieter in the house, but he was like just like your perfect example of like silent but like leading. Like he didn't say a lot, but you just like knew how to do it because he would do it. And I think both of them together just instilled that for me. And also like when I would do it as a young kid, they would just like make me feel so good. And it's just like, why not want that feeling all the time, you know?
For sure. And would you say that even now in the things that you've done, whether it be off the court, in the community, would you say you still get that feeling?
Oh yeah. It's like my favorite feeling in the world. But yes, every time I do anything like that.
And I really believe that that is a hallmark of our servant leaders in general, but also who the award is named after. You know, Coach K Yao and just her dedication to
Mhm.
the community that she lived in here in North Carolina and beyond. And so when you're thinking about the impact that your servant leadership is making as you're thinking about going forward? And you already talked about hooping with Hattie being something that you want to continue on. What do
Mhm.
you hope your impact of your servant leadership is once you do move on
Right.
beyond BYU?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think for me, I it kind of like a point of like instilling that confidence in other people and like on a team especially like you may have like your leaders, but like truth is everyone's got to do their role and do their role really well and kind of be a leader and be able to talk and lead. And it's forming that every person knows that they can be a leader in one instance or another. And I think like if I could do one thing, it would just be instill that confidence in people that like you can lead no matter who you are. Like,
Yeah, and everybody's a leader,
yeah,
in their own
yes.
way, and who they are, who people see them as. And
Mhm.
so, who are some of the, you mentioned your family, but who are some other people along the way that you've kind of seen how they've led, and you've said, okay, I like the way that person
Right.
said that or did that. Who are some of those people in your life?
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot. I mean, I want to point out one of my teammates, but Delaney Gibb, I actually played against her in high school. And Delaney is the type of person that like purely leads by example. Like she just works so hard that like you just can't not follow her. And it was really annoying to play against at the start. But now I love having her on my team. She just like amps it up to a new level. She's a big example. It's also funny when I was in high school, I was obsessed with BYU basketball. Like I loved watching the team. And it was right when my new assistant coach Paisley was playing, Coach Paisley, and I think she was a great leader on her team. Like you could just tell when she was on the court, she was like lifting everyone up around her. Um, yeah, I mean, I feel like there's so many people to talk about. Those are two that came to my mind quick, kind of who I get to be around every day still. But yeah.
Very cool. So, what type of leader are you? What's your leadership style? Are you more, rah rah? Are you waving the towels? Are you, banging on the floor? Or are you more cool? Or are you more calm? Like, what's your style?
I would definitely say more calm. Like I will get so excited and hype up my teammates, but I'm definitely more the type that if I want to say something to you or I'm probably gonna pull you aside, have a one-on-one conversation in games. Like I'll give you your like maybe not be banging on the floor, but like I'll hype you up. Little like text messages after the game, before the game. It's kind of like those like simpler ways that I like. But yeah, I'm not the most outgoing personality. I definitely have gotten a lot more vocal throughout my college career, as most people do. But yeah.
Very cool. What are y'all saying now? Like, I wonder when you're getting hype, are you saying "let's go" or are you that's what I'm talking about? Like, what is it? Is
There,
it anything? You're just saying whatever comes to mind.
let's go is still a big one. I'm trying to even think. I feel like it's more like actions at this point. They got like the too small or like the like in your face. Like it's all those actions now. I'm not a huge celebrator, but like some of my teammates are. But yeah, I guess that's where it's at now.
Awesome. So before we kind of get into the last few fun questions, I want to ask you if you had, well, let's go ahead and jump into the fun ones. If you
Mhm.
had a superpower, like as a leader, in the context of a leader, what
Oh,
would that superpower be? I'll give you an example. Like my leadership superpower would be I would be able to inspire people to feel like they could do anything. Like
uh-huh.
if there's a wall right there after talking to me, they'd be like, "Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I can go through that wall, I can go around that wall, but that wall will not stop me." What would you say
Yeah.
that your superpower is?
Huh. I think I would say I don't want this for myself too, but like I would say trying to think of how to actually get this across, but that after talking or whatever it may be that like maybe your eyes are a little bit more open to like gratitude. And
Mm,
because I think gratitude is like having that as a perspective can change everything. And I think if you talk to someone and make them see like what they're grateful for and just put a smile on their face, like you come talk to me, you smile, you walk away and you say, I'm grateful. Like I just think that there's so much power in that. And that would be an awesome thing to spread to whoever.
so good. Yeah, being grateful for sure. So I have to ask this fun question about hooping
Mhm.
since we're hooping with Hattie. But your five favorite players to watch, not necessarily who you think the GOAT is,
Okay.
but your
Okay.
five favorite players to watch.
Mhm. Um, Women's side, Paige Beckers. Love Paige. I've watched her all her college career now in the WNBA. She's just like smooth player. NBA, I love Steph and I love Luca. Steph, just pure shooter. Luca, Luca's kind of like how he smiles on the court, how he kind of like he just has fun, and like
Yeah,
I think that's amazing. I like Sabrina. I love Sabrina. She's just a
Anescu.
solid player. And then I actually was just watching. Hmm, sorry, I'm blanking.
Oh,
Probably.
all good.
I mean, solid pick. I feel like you have to say Asia Wilson. Like she's just a dog, like relentless. I feel like you can't not respect that. But yeah,
For sure. Four-time MVP.
yeah,
Crazy. Crazy,
exactly.
crazy, crazy. So the last question is more connected to leadership. You're going to do amazing things. We already know that. But if you were putting together a dream team of leaders to help advise you along the way, who would those five people be?
Mm-hmm. Oh, all right. I'm going back to Paige Beckers. Is this like basketball world?
In you just let your mind go. It could be people in history, it could be people in sports, it could be people in your family, anybody.
Okay, that changes things a little bit. Michael Jordan. Get
Okay.
get him in here. Um, Asia Wilson. Let's just keep the two. Yeah, yeah. Let's keep them in here. I'm gonna keep it basketball. I'm gonna keep it basketball.
Okay.
That's where my mind's going. So then we got Michael Jordan, Asia, Paige Beckers, um, dang,
Coaches, some
coaches.
yeah, anybody in there? Got two
How
more
about how
spots.
about Coach K. I feel like that's a
Eh,
good.
that's the right answer.
And then last one, I'm gonna throw in this is different. I'm gonna throw in my grandma, my nana.
Oh,
She would give a little spark to it.
I love it. I love it. Well, Hattie, we appreciate you being a servant leader and continue to embody the character and values of what a servant leader is and what everything that the award symbolizes. And we thank you and we wish you the best of luck and blessings on the season forthcoming.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
For sure. And for those of y'all watching, thank you so much for tuning in to our Servant Leader series, a part of our Kicking It Forward podcast. Make sure that you share this, make sure that you like this, make sure that you continue watching and listening and be a servant leader in your community and be a champion for the cause. We'll see you next time.